Welcome to House of Shaccah, where we speak matters worship. Karibuni sana from wherever you're joining us. We are glad to have you. We are still on our series on skill, and this day I am glad to be joined by two of my friends and also co-workers in the ministry. To my right is Pastor Elaine, and to my left is Lemayan. I will allow them to introduce themselves before we continue. So I will start with you, Pasi.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Elaine Bidhi. As you've heard, I serve as a pastor. I serve at one of our CITAM assemblies in Migori. I am also a wife, and I'm also a person who has been called to serve God through music.
Come on, umesikia, also a wife. Hey, siku moja hata mimi nitasema also a husband. Yeah, we thank God. Anyway,
Amen.
Lem.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Kevo, for this opportunity to be here. My name is Lemayan, as most people prefer to call me, but my other name also is Paul. And it's a blessing to be on this set. I am currently serving in CITAM Riru, helping and leading in worship. And it's a blessing to be here.
Sante sana.
Thank
you
you
so much, guys, for being here today.
Asante.
Welcome.
We started off from the last episode on skill. I was with my brother Pastor Patrick, and we just tuliongea tu kidogo about skill and music excellence, but I wanted us to get deeper into it, not just for our sake, but for the sake of the listener, viewer out there who would also want to learn something on music in church. So we'll go straight into it. So we're talking about there is enthusiasm, and then there is the skill. Okay. Sometimes mtu atakuja church akona saika anataka kuimba ama kucheza instrument, lakini ukiona how they are doing it, there's some growth that is needed in one way or the other in terms of the skill.
Yeah.
So what I'll start with you, Pasi, just for us to understand the importance of excellence in music when it comes to worship.
All right. So let me start a bit more broadly in the sense that it's not just something that we need to talk about in music, but generally, I believe it's an attitude, it's a way of life that now seeps into your music. Yeah. So if I am not excellent in my music, then chances are you will see it in other areas of my life. And so it's not just something that is seen musically, but is seen across the board. And so I think it's an important conversation to have because number one, it's defined differently. I would say that. And people look at themselves and as you said, maybe because they're very enthusiastic about something, they would look at it in the sense that I'm excellent in what I do. But specifically now in the area of music and worship, I think we look at it as a skill that needs to be sharpened. And not only the skill part of it, but also the worship leading aspect of it. So am I the best version of myself that I can be? And am I doing it well? And am I doing it the way it's supposed to be done? So when I say doing it the way it's supposed to be done is because it's a technical skill. I don't think I can change the rules because I feel it should change. And that's what we do when we're talking about music. So I think it's an important conversation to have.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Brother Lem, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, and thanks actually, Pastor Elaine, for mentioning that. I like some of the things you say, like attitude, because excellence, I think, has, in my view, been confused with perfection. I think perfection is literally not excellence. It may be part of it, but it's not necessarily excellence. First of all, when we are looking for perfection, we are human beings, so we are into error. Man is to error. It's possible I feel like perfection is a variable term. But excellence is now defined from a place of, I'll define excellence into aspects. One is from a place of the attitude, or rather the posture of the heart. The Bible says that love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind. If you love someone or something, whatever you do for them, or rather whatever you do with your hands, if you love whatever you're doing, you will do it with there's a drive behind it. That drive is love. So that love is what pushes you to a place of excellence.
Yeah.
Because you want to see the best outcome. You're not looking for a perfection,
Yeah.
but you're looking for the best outcome.
Yeah.
So that will be able to, when that person looks at it, they'll be like, wow, that's a great thing. Or when you look at it, you'll actually appreciate it.
Yeah.
Remember, you're serving our God that is excellent. He created everything and he looked at what he did, and the Bible says, he said it was good. So excellence is first of all from a place of love.
Yeah.
And the Bible says, whatever you do,
Yeah.
do it as unto the Lord. So it is not as unto man. So when that is the drive, that's the push from your heart. I think you'll begin to reshape your excellence in whatever you're doing. And I like the way Pastor Elaine said, it is not really restricted to worship. It's the way you approach life.
Yeah.
So when you realize that you're doing things as unto God, then you'll begin to do them from a place of excellence. If it is worship, you will do it from a place of excellence, not from a place of someone is monitoring you or they're looking for a certain way of perfection.
Yeah.
Because perfections have standard.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll talk about excellence in terms of your skill. How well do you polish your skill? What are you doing to, embellish what you know?
Yeah.
And make it better, so that whenever you're doing, because I will say we have different skill levels.
Yeah.
But how do you express, even in whatever level you are, how do you express your skill?
Yeah.
And are you comfortable there,
Yeah.
or do you want to be better? So I think it's an attitude. Excellence is an attitude. It's not there's no measure for it per se. It's an attitude, because we strive to be excellent every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love what you have said about us not only focusing on the musical aspect when it comes to excellence, because then what we're trying to say is when we're worshiping God, for the Bible says, whatever you do, do it as if you're doing unto the Lord. So if we understood that if I am at work and I'm supposed to give my best at the workplace, not because I'm being paid, but because I'm doing it as I'm doing it unto the Lord, then I would carry the same thing into the service.
Yes.
If I am a worship leader, or if I am an instrumentalist.
Worship is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So whatever you are,
Yeah.
you are informed by that lifestyle of worship. So whatever you approach, how you approach life, you are approached from a place of worship unto God.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what informs your excellence.
Okay.
So it's not when you are doing an event
Yes.
or a certain
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
So you express excellence. So that's a skewed way of doing things. Like express excellence only in worship, but in other areas of your life, you are a bit lazing around.
Yeah.
So because we say worship is a lifestyle,
Yeah.
so there is an element of excellence in worship.
That's
So
deep.
they have to be in tandem. And like what you're saying, sorry
That's
for
deep.
cutting you short,
Yes,
but
yes.
it has to reflect in everything you do.
That's very deep. So there are two things, that, and then the second thing is understanding that excellence is attitude.
Yes.
Your attitude towards growth. And I love what you've said, because I'd want you, Pasi, to give us, if you're willing, to give us an example of moments where you needed to grow as a musician, for you to be impactful in church, and how did you see a difference from how you were before to the point where you started growing in music? For someone who's out there and thinking, okay, when you tell me excellence and then you're telling me attitude, what do you mean by attitude? What do I need to do? How do I need to work on my skill?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I think in terms of pursuing excellence, it allows you, it gives you the ability to express yourself.
Yeah.
And it's sharp. I think when I talk about excellence, it's availing yourself to be a vessel that has been sharpened.
Yes.
And a vessel that has been sharpened and is skillful can be used to do a multitude of things. And so when we don't pursue excellence, that means that we limit ourselves in what we can do, whether it is musically, how you express yourself. You may think you are doing the best run ever, or you could be singing off Kiama, you're pitchy, and you in your head you sound so wonderful, but it's hindering other people, whether they're musical or not. It's hindering, number one, your expression, because when you can't be able to do certain songs. When some things you're like, hey, this song is a bit too deep for me. I know it sounds like I'm saying something that's shallow, but you're like, hey, hiyo ni ule ndio anaweza kuzama. But you see, when we say we are pursuing excellence, I've availed myself for God to mold me, to sharpen me. Whether it is my voice, whether it is the condition of my heart. And so the opposite is true. When we come and we do things in a way that, is not excellent to God, then there's a hindrance in the flow. People can tell when you're not prepared. You yourself are overly anxious. Your communication with the band, or whether it is with the BGVs, everyone, things are not working. And it will definitely affect the atmosphere, even though you feel like you're on top of the world. Some people, because as I said earlier, you could think you're the most excellent, musician or skilled musician, but you're actually not. So it's so important that we constantly avail ourselves. So yes, I've had many experiences of the same. And when I have been prepared, when I have practiced, then there's a rest that God gives me. The rest is not because of the many things that I did. Yes, it makes me comfortable because there's a balance there. And both musically and spiritually, pride comes in. Pride comes in. I've already I did it. I've done it so many times. I can do it again. So musically, you will flop. Spiritually, you will flop. So it's a constant availing of yourself to just say, God, use me, sharpen me.
Okay, that's deep. It's deep because, like you've said, you realize that then it means every day gives us an opportunity for growth. So that you don't think that, 2 years ago I couldn't hit this note, now I'm hitting it, now I'm good. Because that's where now pride comes in. Because now you think, I'll wake up, come a Samson, like any other day, and I will still defeat the Philistines like I've always been doing it. But understanding that growth, and again, it still brings us back to the heart of our worshiper, knowing that your relationship with God is always in growing to understand him. So you'd never wake up any other day and say, today I've known God and it is final. There's no other place for me to, So because of that, then it actually means anything that you're doing in life, you're giving yourself an opportunity to grow. So being open with yourself and knowing, by the way, this is where I was 2 years ago, this is where I am, but I'm also looking forward to be even better.
Definitely.
Yes. So as an instrumentalist, can you give us examples of growth? What do you consider as growth in excellence?
Okay. Growth in excellence, as you said, is an attitude. So, for example, I will say if I'll start with a very basic example. If you are starting a keyboardist, like I remember when I was starting, you're comfortable in one key, for example, F sharp as high, and you're very good in that specific key that you're comfortable playing, F sharp, C, and one of the ways to possibly demonstrate you are growing into excellence is not just only being very good in one key, but also translating that one to other keys. Basically, your pursuit to learning more about other keys. So that attitude is just an attitude because it's possible to learn other keys. So if you can push yourself, because I know I was stuck in one key for a while. If I may confess my sins, guys, am I in a safe place?
Very safe. And, don't worry.
There's no condemnation.
So don't judge.
So there was a time I was a pro of key C. I know guys who know me from way back. But So I challenged myself to say, hey, you can grow.
Yeah.
You can do something about other kids. You
Yeah.
create a curiosity to know what's happening to these other
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Before I knew it, they were actually related in one or another.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a sense in which you appreciate the beauty of every key. Oh, it's a lovely. So,
Yeah.
if I may go back to your question around what do you do
Yes.
to grow,
Yes.
to get out, to get into excellence, as far as technical understanding is, that's one of the things, challenging yourself to grow. Another thing also is to exposure.
Yeah.
You can always have people that you are looking up to,
Yeah.
that you can walk with.
Yeah.
Maybe if they're willing to hand hold you or hold your hand. But also there are people who may not be within your reach. They may be pretty much away, but because of the use of technology,
Yes. Technology.
yeah, you can take advantage of such. And so there are many materials online that you can learn from people who are, especially if you are a church musician specifically. There are people who are really dedicated to church musicianship and how their approach is on church musicianship. There are a couple of them. I may not necessarily mention their names right now, but be curious to know who they are. You can reach out to people who you probably are looking up to, and I'm sure there are other people they are looking up to as well.
Yeah.
You can always share notes. And also, I've learned to one of the things I've learned is to kill the spirit of pride by learning from people
Yeah.
who are not just ahead of me, but also who are coming after
you.
me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Because there's no monopoly of knowledge
Yeah.
and skill. So I've learned to learn from people who are coming after me,
Yeah.
and sometimes people who are just playing another instrument, but I can apply that same understanding in my
Into an
instrument.
yeah.
So that's how I've approached my excellence in music. But also, that is just in my personal growth.
Yeah.
But besides that one, but it's just to pay attention, learning to pay attention to understand what is it that is required of me. As far as, for example, my approach to music and ministry, I don't
Yeah.
think you can really separate these two, because
Yeah.
music is just a tool to
Yeah.
express worship
Nice.
and to
Nice.
facilitate ministry.
Yep.
That understanding is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
My understanding, the understanding I had when I was starting is different from now. When you were starting, we knew you have to be perfect.
Yeah.
You have lazima ukufunga.
Yeah. Yeah.
The slang around is kufunga. That is to say, you have to be very tight.
Yeah.
As the band, as the vocalist, which is very important.
Yeah.
But that's not everything. There is more to that.
Yeah.
And being tight, and maybe I forgot to say that it's important to just ensure you sharpen your skill and you are excellent in music to avoid distraction in worship. Because if you're not excellent, people get distracted.
Yeah.
Remember the people that we are also ministering to.
Yeah.
We're ministering to God, is the audience.
Yes.
It's the audience of one, but
Yes.
also the people.
Yeah.
The people that we're ministering to, some of them are pretty much better musicians than we are.
Yeah.
So you cannot afford to lazy
Yeah.
around and allow yourself to distract people in worship, because you're stopping, you're interrupting the flow of worship. So maybe I'm deviating, but let me come to your question to say many things can be done from a place of musicianship in terms of playing and also singing.
Yeah.
If you are a singer, are you the kind who goes to familiarize themselves with the lyrics during the rehearsals, or are you the kind who goes to practice to the rehearsals?
Yeah.
How much time do you dedicate in your own personal growth?
Yeah.
What drives your preparation for ministry? Is it the fact that you have a set list that you're doing on Sunday, or do you have your personal discipline? I feel like there's a sense of consistency that you need to embrace as an individual to build your personal discipline into your personal growth.
Nice.
And do not despise your humble beginnings. Whatever you want to call your humble beginnings, never despise
Start
them.
from there.
Just be consistent.
Ah, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've really taken a lot of time there, but it's
Yeah.
important for us to really understand the importance of excellence in worship. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
inputs. Thank you for what you've brought to the table for us to even chew on and think about. We will still continue on this just to get deeper and give practical lessons that we can work on.
Yeah.
For us to build ourselves to become better
Yeah.
in worship and even in our life, as Pasi has
Yeah.
said.
Amen.
So thank you so much.
Thank
you
you.
guys for watching.
Thank you.
See you on the next episode.